Hey Star Trek fans, Dan Gunther here with a bit of breaking news. Came out in the last couple days here about some troubles with the Star Trek film franchise. Now, a lot of the news lately has been about Star Trek on television, with Star Trek Discovery Season 2 coming, and Short Treks, and the new Picard series. But there's been a snag recently with regards to the film franchise set in the Kelvin timeline, the JJ verse, as some people would call it. The snag comes in the form of contract negotiations between Paramount Pictures and Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pine, both of whom have reportedly walked away from negotiations to reprise their roles as Jim Kirk and George Kirk, respectively, in the upcoming Star Trek IV, directed by S.J. Clarkson. The Hollywood Reporter reports that this is, of course, due to money and budget concerns on the part of the film and salary concerns on the part of the two Chris's. Here's a quote from The Hollywood Reporter. "The deal points come down to the usual suspect, money. Pine and Hemsworth, among Hollywood's A-list when starring in DC or Marvel movies, are said to be asking the studios to stick to existing deals. Paramount, according to insiders, contends that Star Trek is not like a Marvel or Star Wars movie and is trying to hold the line on budget. The actors, according to sources, insist they have deals in place and that the studios are reneging on them, forcing them to take pay cuts as they try to budget a movie that is following a mediocre performer. Pine, at least, has had a deal in place for several years. The actor, now a key player in the Wonder Woman franchise, signed up for a fourth movie when he made his deal for 2016's Star Trek Beyond. Hemsworth has been attached to Star Trek IV since Paramount, then run by the previous regime headed by Brad Grey, announced the fourth installment in 2016, although his exact status remains murky. The studio, however, is backing its budget tough talk with past performance numbers. The last movie, Star Trek Beyond, grossed only $343 million worldwide on a budget of $190 million. In fact, one insider says the company's lost money on the movie. So it looks like Hemsworth and Pine were kind of the two actors they were trying to pin down first, with the rest of the cast to follow. And at this early stage with this negotiation breakdown, does not bode well for this film. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you want them to go forward with a Kelvin timeline movie, Star Trek IV, maybe recasting Kirk, or maybe going ahead without Kirk and coming up with a new script that doesn't involve Chris Hemsworth? Or is this maybe the end for the Kelvin timeline films? I'm not really sure what I think about this. I was interested in, of course, seeing the next film. I'm wanting success for all parts of Star Trek. The Kelvin timeline films have never been my favorite part of Star Trek. They're okay. They have some of the things I like about Star Trek in them, but not the things that I really like about Star Trek in them. So, yeah, kind of mixed feelings on this. I don't want to see it fail, of course. I want to see success for everyone involved, including S.J. Clarkson and all the people behind the script for Star Trek IV. You know, you don't want creative types to fail at this sort of thing, and it would be sad if something isn't worked out. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? What is the future of the Kelvin timeline films, and this film in particular? What would you like to see them do going forward? Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks, of course, to the Patreon supporters. You're the guys that make this all possible. To everyone else, thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and even just watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next video. And again, like I said, leave a comment. I really want to hear your thoughts on this story. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.